welcome to From No Crypto to No Crypto. This is Blockchain Wayne bringing you another cryptocurrency podcast. Today's episode is brought to us by Concierge Club, mobile private key wallet and point of sale solution, helping to make purchasing easy, safe, and the overall process more efficient while costing less. All right, let's jump and see what's going on in the market today. Looks like some more boring sideways movement. Total crypto market cap sitting at 220 billion right now. Bitcoin's up slightly over the last 24 hours, along with many of the top altcoins. Bitcoin dominance currently sitting at 51.95%. Still some boring sideways movement. Still waiting to see what's going to happen with this breakout. This is one where many people are split down the middle, 50-50. Is it going up? Is it going down? Half the people say up, half the people say down. So we will have to keep watching and see where this price action ends up going. All right, so let's see what's going on in the crypto news. The U.S. cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase now has more users than the total supply of Bitcoin, according to some new data. So the latest statistics for the company show that current user numbers have hit 25 million, meaning already that not all of them will ever be able to own an entire Bitcoin. So this equates to a daily average user base increase of 25,000, the same rate as in mid-2017 when markets began gathering pace to run up to Bitcoin's all-time high. So if this is an indication of a run coming, this could be it. It's not technical analysis, but it could be seen as sentiment analysis. As there's many people that are on Coinbase. And as I mentioned before, the total Bitcoin that will ever be mined is 21 million. And there's 25 million Coinbase users. So when you look at demand versus price, you can see why there'll be, the potential for huge upside to Bitcoin, as there's not even enough Bitcoin for every single person on Coinbase. All right, so next up, retail brokerage firm TD Ameritrade has announced that it's backing a new crypto exchange called ErisX. It's ERISX, according to a press release published on the company's website yesterday. So TD Ameritrade currently provides investment services to up to 11 million clients. It did not reveal the details of the deal, however. According to Bloomberg, investing company DRW Holdings and high-speed trader Virtue Financial are also participating with investments. Both agreed to be market makers for ErisX, which might help ensure a deep order book. So ErisX is a reboot of traditional futures market. Eris Exchange, launched back in 2010, is going to announce its business plan later today, so we should see something come out about that today. The exchange is expected to start a direct sale of cryptocurrencies along with futures contracts in early 2019. It will allow investors to trade in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. All right, so next up, Abra, who is a crypto wallet provider, is launching a crypto token tied to an investment fund. So they're launching a new token in a bid to offer investors more exposure to the cryptocurrency market. So this crypto token is backed by other crypto assets. So the Bitwise 10 crypto index token, developed with Bitwise Asset Management, tracks the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap and is rebalanced monthly. Investors can purchase a token which is built on Bitcoin to essentially invest in all 10 cryptocurrencies at once, according to a press release. This grant retail investors access to nearly 80% of the cryptocurrency market at once, the release stated. So this will be interesting to see how it plays out, because at the end of the day, it will have to be backed by the physical assets. So will Abra be holding that amount of crypto, which could lead to, taking some crypto off the market from some long-term holds. So this ought to be interesting to see how this works out with this Abra. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this one and see what happens when the Bitwise 10 crypto index token comes out. Its symbol, when it's placed on exchanges, will be BIT10. All right, so next up in the news, Tron is back in the news. So Justin Sun making moves again. Tron is aiming to bring blockchain and file sharing together with their latest venture, Project Atlas. It's going to blend blockchain technology with BitTorrent's massive peer-to-peer infrastructure. So if you remember back in July, Tron acquired BitTorrent. Now, along with 100 million active monthly users, BitTorrent is an established peer-to-peer network with a developed and tested infrastructure. But we'll see how this will work out. Is this going to bring 100 million active users in the cryptocurrency? Some of those may already be involved in it, but this is something that could merge the two. Peer-to-peer file sharing has always been a popular way of exchanging information and media online, with around 27 million people using it to share or download files every day. It's clearly an important space, dates back to the early days of the internet. File sharing advocates are quick to call attention to its value to promote democracy, openness, and the free exchange of ideas. Detractors will point to the misuse of file sharing and torrenting platforms by pirates and criminals. Many projects in the space are committed to making the internet a fairer, more decentralized place where users can interact directly with one another instead of relying on centralized third parties. So it has a lot in common with blockchain technology. So merging the two just makes sense, but we'll see how this partnership plays out. All right, so next up, a Ugandan prince is bringing crypto-powered solar energy to Africa. So Walla, a South African startup, developed a smartphone app to allow peer-to-peer transactions. Unfortunately, high transaction fees from traditional banks almost killed the model until they turned to cryptocurrency as an alternative solution. So last December, they raised 1.2 million in an ICO, and May of this year, they launched the Dollar token. So since then, it's processed over 2.5 million in transactions, paying bills, merchants, and buying mobile airtime across South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Uganda. Interesting to see. So consumers in these countries can now access low-cost, efficient financial services. Over 100,000 have already opened Dollar wallets. That's a huge number. And with the hyperinflation they're experiencing, you can see why that is a big deal. So the next step of the project is a partnership with government agencies and energy company Clean Path, emerging markets. So the plan is to create a blockchain-enabled solar energy project managed through the Dollar blockchain. The intention is to spur a clean energy economy, create employment and new economic development in Uganda. Workers will be paid in Dollar, and consumers can use it to buy clean solar energy. So it's ought to be interesting to see how this plays out. I've heard a lot of different takes on how to utilize solar energy when it comes to crypto and blockchain, many different use cases. So this is going to be one I'm also going to be following closely to see what happens. All right, so let's move on to our crypto education corner today. And today I'm going to cover something that is really prevalent. I've mentioned it in the past on a lot of social media, especially in instant messenger. You're hearing a lot of people promoting these mining scams or a lot of fake accounts trying to get people to sign up for these mining scams. So mining scams are everywhere. So how do you identify the scams? So I'm going to give you a list that I found and also some more resources. So the domain name is never registered to a real user, but is instead hidden. That's number one. Number two is they register a company. A number have done so in London to give the illusion of prestige, but the directors are often registered as foreign residents where identity requirements are easily faked. Now, this happened to one recently. Somebody messaged me, and I could kind of tell at first that it was a crypto scam. It was a mining scam. So I asked them for some information. They said that the company had been in business for a year and a half. Pulled up the domain name, and you could see one, it was not registered to any. Didn't have a real user. It was hidden, and also the website was also just created a month prior. And even though the business was registered in London, it was showing the domain was registered in Lagos. So they're also evasive when asked to show proof of their equipment. So not just proof of their equipment, but proof of mining. So when you ask about proof of equipment, I mean, you'll get a lot of generic pictures of someone won't send any at all. And then also proof of mining. When you think of proof of mining, when you're doing mining on the blockchain, you should be able to provide proof that that company is actually doing it, because all transactions, everything that happens is stored on the blockchain, can't be altered, can't be erased, can't be faked. So you should get, that information. So what they do is they set aside funds and use initial funds from clients to make payouts to give the illusion that they're paying out. Now, many people will tell you, yeah, if you have friends that get involved, like, well, it's paying me. Yes, it may be. Just because a scam is paying you doesn't mean that's going to happen long term. If you remember some of the big scams that happened over last year, the biggest one being USI Tech, yeah, they were paying up until the point where they quit, and the company just, has continued to delay that whole issue there. They're not even, relevant now because it was, in essence, not a sustainable business model. So, and that's a true essence of what a Ponzi scheme is they use new funds to pay back older investors rather than an actual financial investment or financial process that is earning money to pay people back. It's just not sustainable long term. Eventually, the money will dry up. They won't have enough new money to pay back the old clients. All right, so they use promotion over substance. For example, videos using fake representatives in offices, again, with no proof. Just because they send you a video or something, you want to be very wary of that. And they also advertise with comparison sites who don't fully check out the company's credentials. So if you're using certain crypto sites, they may allow advertisements. So just because you see an advertisement on a crypto website, whether it's crypto news or a crypto comparison site such as Coin Checkup, Coin Market Cap, just because they're advertised on there still does not mean that it's legit. Remember, anybody can buy advertising space. So just keep that in mind when you see that. That doesn't give it any legitimacy. One of the sites, so I've mentioned in the past, I use Coin Checkup a lot. They've got a lot of good information, coincheckup.com. I also use Coin Market Cap, but cryptocompare.com is another one that, it gives a lot of the same information and not quite as much as what you would get on the other two sites that I mentioned. But one thing I do like is they have gone through and given a list of different crypto mining companies. Now, whether that mining company is selling equipment or or mining contracts, it gives some information about those. And the only ones listed on that site are legitimate ones. So I'm not saying just if a company is not listed on there that it's not legitimate, but they give you a list of ones that they have vetted personally that are legitimate and basically give you reasons why, what the company is, how long they've been around, just so you can see what's going on with each of those and kind of avoid some of the mining scams that are out there. All right, so that's it for our episode today. All the news articles we talked about today can be found on our Facebook page, From No Crypto to No Crypto. So make sure you go ahead and give it a like, give it a follow. Make sure when you click on follow, you click see first. That way you never miss an update. And also make sure you stay in the loop so you keep up with all our podcasts and all our news articles we publish on there. So that is it for our episode today. Thank you for listening in, and we'll see you on the next episode.